Hey, bonjour. We'll talk about constipation today. We have to talk about it because we shouldn't be. We should just have a regular bowel movement every day, minimum of one, two, or three. Because basically, is when you eat 18 to 24 hours after you're ready to have a bowel movement. The food has been digested, so it shouldn't be sitting in your gut. Illnesses start in the gut and healing starts in the gut. So we should have that, bowel movement organized and going. So that's what we'll do today. We'll talk about that today. I will share with you my screen. I want to show you. There we go. Where are we? Oh, I'm just going to move this down here so it's not in the way. First of all, let's look at the food. So it's best for constipation. Like I say, it's best to solve the issue from the inside out. What I'm showing you now is I found in other websites as well, the very similar things that they say to eat. So prunes and the fruit itself, the juice will have a lot of sugar. So I suggest really the fruit itself, chia seeds, blueberries, flax seeds. Coffee is good. You must like that, the coffee drinkers. Matcha, I drink matcha. That's the same thing. Papaya, pears, hot tea, lentils, apples, olive oil are also good, grapes, figs, oats, coconut water, raisins, kiwis, citrus fruits, spinach, cherries. There's a lot to choose from. Artichoke, sweet potatoes, turnips, ginger, Brussels sprouts. I shave them very, very thinly and I can eat them raw. They're delicious. Whole wheat bread, I have a little bemol. You say that in English? A little, restriction on that because all flours is sugar in the body. So I mean, even if it's whole flours, like they say, whole wheat bread, if they really have the entire grain in the flour, like I soak and sprout my buckwheat, and then I can grind that and make a flour. I soak and sprout my oat. I have, it's called naked oat. It comes from real raw foods. And I can soak and sprout and make a flour out of that. Then that's a whole grain. But if it's not the entire grain, it isn't a whole grain. So be careful with that. Cashews, avocados, beans, sauerkraut, kimchi, bananas, peas, so much. Watermelon, broccoli, so many things. Pumpkin seeds, chickpeas, walnuts, brown rice. The rice, again, is sugar in your body. So I suggest wild rice instead. Wild rice is a grass. Kefir. There you go. And you'll see very similar food in health line. They will have the very similar ones as well. So let's now do something fun together. I will stop the share. There we go. I will do a recipe with you, which is a breakfast recipe. So simple. And then we'll use what they say to have as ingredients to help with getting your bowel movement moving. So let's start with the milk. We'll do a cashew oat milk. So we have a liter of water. Then to that, I will add, oops, I'll put my scale on. Always use my scale. I'm not going to give you cups. Don't count on me for that because it's not as efficient. So scale is more efficient. Okay, I will add, let me just see. I'm doing a smaller recipe. 15 grams of cashews. And then 30 grams of the oat. So that brings me to 45. And my oat, yes, is soaked and sprouted. You can soak overnight. It activates. That's the important stuff. Then to that, we add date syrup. Date syrup is simply same weight of dates to water, and you blend. And it gives you a texture just like that, similar to molasses, similar to yak corn syrup, similar to honey, and you can sweeten with that. when you have recipes with processed sugar, you can also tweak your recipe that you add the date syrup instead, because it's a whole food. It hasn't been processed other than just being put in a blender. Okay, now I add 20 grams of that. There we go, to my mix. And I will also add a dash of vanilla powder. If you don't have the powder, don't use the liquid. This is going to be just awful. And then the next thing I need to add is the salt. Where did my salt go? I moved things around a little bit this morning. Oh, it's here. I just moved and reorganized my workspace. Okay, salt, same thing. I have Himalayan salt, so I'm putting also a dash of that. Perfect. And then we blend. All mixed. Then we use a nut milk bag. I put the seams on the outside so that the mixture doesn't get stuck in the seam. There. Look at this. Yum, yum. We go. And then into my bottle. So you can make a milk in no time. And you have the cashew and you have the oat. That is also good for constipation. Okay, and then I take my milk, 170 grams. And you see, that's what I do. So you can make it thicker or thinner. When you use the grams, it's easy. And it's very important when you have family members that like that texture a certain way. So by using grams, you make sure that you are really doing it the texture they like and they eat it and enjoy it. So I have 170 grams, and then I will put 20 grams of the chia. There we are. Put the lid on and give it a shake. And then it will wait while we're preparing the fruits. So the fruits that I'm using, I will use an apple. And all the fruit that I'm showing you, you can say, but I don't have the time to do this, I got in the morning. That's fine. So you do it at night. You prepare your fruits at night. You can also prepare what I'm showing you here. You can prepare this like in a kit and freeze it. And then you can make a smoothie. And then you can drink it. And it's faster or on your way to work. You can also, all that I'm showing you here, that can also all go in a jar. And you can bring your breakfast with you and eat out of the jar if you are in public transit on the way to work. Or if you practice intermittent fasting, and then you like to eat later than just before going to work, then you can prepare and put in a jar and bring it with you and eat at your break, let's say, that you have at work. So you can do that. So we have the apples. The next thing I will use is the blueberries. We saw that, right? Blueberries were part of the good fruits to have for helping with constipation. The next one I will take is the nectarine. And I also have a little trick I want to show you. It's awesome. So you cut, you keep going around the fruit. I have a half. Now they're cut in quarter. Now I'm going to cut one more time, and it's going to be in 8. And here we are. Now I change. I'll do it this way around. Then I'm making like nice, smaller cubes. It already comes apart. That's what I'm going to show you that it's so easy. because when you eat the nectarine and it's still attached to the pit, you might lose some of the fruit. But you see how easy it comes? Look, you just go like this, and it just comes off, easy as that, and it's already cut up. So you know you have your fruit the right size. And the last thing that I will add, not the last, I should say, I have some grapes here. Yum yum yum. And then the next thing I want to add, and they talked about it, was raisins. I have currants, so I'm adding currants. You see? The one thing I didn't add with the chia, and I could have, was the flax seed. And you can also grind it. But when you grind the flax seed, grind and use instead of grind and store. If you store, it would be in as airtight container as possible. Pumpkin seeds. The ones I have are the Styrian pumpkin seeds. They're darker. They're so good. They come from Austria. We have a dear friend from there, and he made us discover those seeds. Okay, so now we've done all that. Let's just see how our mixture is with our chia here. And we can add to the side of the bowl. It's a little too liquid, so I'm going to add a bit more. Okay, let's see now what the chia looks like. There you go. It's a little bit watery. Oh no, there. Ha ha. That's why it's watery. The chunk was inside. Okay, let me take a spoon. Take this back into my jar. You see, it's really all clumped together. And I'm going to mix it harder with more. There you go. There. Okay. Now we've got a thicker texture. So make sure you mix it well. And there. Oh my goodness. This is the best breakfast ever. And that will resolve your constipation problem. Now, if you are constipated, and it really gets to a point where it's liquid, let me show you. I've got another, I'm going to share my screen again. There is another file that I want to show you. It's called the Bristol stool chart. So you see, you have, if it's separated and hard, like nuts, hard to pass, it's not right yet. That's you're constipated now. Sausage shaped but lumpy is still constipated. When it's got cracks, yeah, you're getting there. Sausage like, it's the best. Then back to, when they have soft blobs and all that, it's also you're on the constipated side again. And then fluffy pieces again, and then watery. Now, what happened when you're at the watery stage? That's bad news. So what happens there is you're so constipated that you have like a skyscraper inside. It's jam-packed so hard that all that can make it through is the liquid part of it. You have to get rid of that so hard stuff. So now what you do is you be careful not eating too much fiber. And then, but you still have to, eat some fiber. Actually, there is also another video that I'm going to show you here. All that information is going to be on the YouTube. You can go and look at it. It's that doctor here, Dr. Christy Ennis, and she explains what's going on when you are too constipated. And then you take some fiber, but, just a different quantity of fiber. She explains it all. So constipated, and then you still have some sort of bowel going through. But then when it gets to water and jam packed, then you have to, address that a little differently. But eat your fiber. Make sure you have your movement once a day at least, 2 to 3 possible. like I have. And then, yeah, constipation can create fatigue. And we know it like people, I mean, it hurts when they have it. I don't know. But when you do, that's what I'm told, that you have it, you're really in pain and discomfort, and you got gas, and it's, you're not comfortable. So make sure you have that bowel going down the river and out the body it goes. All right, you guys, we'll see you soon. Have a good one.